So guys, good afternoon and welcome to your yoga practice today. Just give us a minute or so just as people join the class. So happy Monday, beautiful people. Hope that you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. My name's Sean and I have the pleasure of hosting this class today. So we're working in dual mediums today. I've got some of my colleagues and friends from Zen Hot Yoga joining today. So we're streaming for Zen on Zoom, and for the rest of you who've been joining me for the last couple of weeks on Instagram. So hopefully playing with both of these technologies, hopefully everything will work. So in today's class, just working a little bit on the shoulders, on the back, probably playing with some plank, might be playing with some balance as it relates to maybe dancer. Of course, always the opportunity, if we work through a vinyasa at any point in time, always the opportunity to throw in handstands if you would like to. And then just please remember that this is your own practice. So listen to your body, check your ego as you walk into whichever space that you've chosen today to practice in. And remember, there's this subtle difference between discomfort and pain. So when you're feeling discomfort, that's the opportunity to have this engagement between your mind and your body. And when you feel something sharp, you need to pull away from it today. So really don't know, it's not necessary to injure yourself. So just have fun, enjoy your practice today. So we're going to start off lying on our backs, come into Shavasana pose. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. Ankles go towards the outside edges of the mat, toes drop out, arms go out towards the side at a 45-degree angle. I want you to wiggle your body just a little bit so that you can just orientate the back part of your body onto the floor, onto the mat, and then come to stillness. Lift up your head, lengthen out through the back of your neck and drop your head back down onto the mat. And then I want you to do the same with your shoulders. Lift and peel your shoulder blades off the mat. And then with an exhale, gently release your shoulder blades back down onto the mat. Relaxing into your leg muscles, toes drop out a little bit more. Then I want you to close into your eyes. We're going to take the beginning of this class to just center and ground ourselves. So come into the space that you're practicing in and start to come into and connect your body, connect into your body. So as you've closed your eyes, bring your attention into your breath. Observe your breath as it flows in through your nose and back out through your nose. So no need to change the rhythm and tempo of the breath, just observe the flow. So again, at the beginning of the class, you might hear noises that are distracting you. There might be lots of thoughts that are coming up in your mind. So let those thoughts go, let the distractions go, bring yourself back to your breath and use your breath to anchor yourself in your practice today. As you start to find that stillness in your mind, connecting your mind into your body, softening in a little bit deeper as you relax your body down onto the floor, onto the mat. Bringing yourself back into your breath. Notice the back of your body softening a little bit more, connecting you to the earth, rooting and grounding yourself. Finding a sense of safety and security. as you started to cultivate a sense of stillness in your mind, we're going to start to lengthen into our breath and use this lengthened breath to bring life force energy into our bodies. Take a sip of air into your belly, hold. Take a sip of air into your lower lungs and hold. Take a sip of air all the way up to your collarbones, hold. One smooth exhale out through your nose. Take another sip of air into your belly, hold. Sip of air into your lower lungs and hold. Sip of air all the way up to your collarbones, hold. Smooth exhale out through your nose. So you're going to work through 8 more rotations of breath like that. This is full yogic breath. 3 compartments of your breath, just finding a little bit of space. Inhaling through those 3 compartments, and as you exhale, let go of the frustrations of the world, the frustrations of your body. Notice your belly expand, notice the sides of your chest expand, sides of your body expand. And as you exhale, just find a little bit of loosening in your body as you let stuff go, whether it's energetic, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional or mental. Take your time connecting into your breath, bringing life force energy into your bodies. Working towards the end of those 10 breath rotations in total. And if by chance you've got there, then reduce the holds or let go of the holds, and it's going to be a smooth inhale for a count of 3, smooth exhale for a count of 3. As you inhale, notice your belly rise on the inhale. As you exhale, contract your belly down towards your spine, forcing stealth thoughts out through your nose. Inhaling. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. This is your anchor for your practice today. I want you to contemplate a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. Maybe that intention is for you, maybe it's for someone else. Summarize your intention in a couple of words. And then gently repeat that intention to yourself quietly in your own mind on 3 separate inhales as you give rise and energy to that which you want to achieve in your practice today. I want you to open up your eyes to a half gaze, freaking your eyelids a couple of times, opening up your eyes fully. I want you to bend into your left knee, dropping your left foot down towards the mat, and then bend into your right knee, drop the right foot down towards the floor. Step in through your feet, lift up your hips, tuck your pubic bone towards your belly button, roll your lower back down towards the mat. Interlace your fingers, lift up your head, place your interlaced fingers behind your head, drop the back of your head down onto the mat, elbows point up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, lift up both of your legs so that your shins are parallel towards the mat. And then I'm fighting with the birds today. That's very interesting. You can take your left leg if you want over your right leg and come into Garudasana legs, eagle legs. And if you don't want to come into Garudasana, just bring your knees together. As you inhale, lift up head, neck and shoulders, bring your elbows towards your knees, and then gently float it all the way back down again. As you inhale, lift up, pull your belly down towards the mat. As you exhale, gently float all the way back down again. We're just doing gentle practice here. As you inhale, lift up, pulling your elbows towards your knees, and then gently float all the way back down again. Just 2 more here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, gently release it down. Last one, guys. Inhale, lift up, pull your belly down, elbows towards your knees, gently float all the way down. I want you to release the bind of your legs, drop your legs down towards the floor. Extend your left leg out in front of you, extend your right leg in front of you, out in front of you, bring your ankles together, lift up your head, extend your arms as you release the bind, drop the back of your head down. As you inhale, stretch out your body. As you exhale, open up your mouth, let the breath go. And again, inhale, stretch it out. Open up your mouth, let the breath go. Beautiful. We're going to lift up our head, interlace our fingers, place those interlaced fingers behind your head, elbows point up towards the ceiling, drop your head down, bend into the left knee, left foot drops down, bend into the right knee, right knee drops, or right foot drops down. We're lifting up both of our shins, coming back into those legs parallel. You can stay this way, otherwise bring your knees together. Otherwise take your right leg over your left leg, come into eagle legs. Shins should be parallel towards the floor. Flex your toes towards your shins. As you inhale, lift up head, neck and shoulders, bring your elbows towards your knees. And then as you exhale, gently float it down. 4 more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, gently release down, firing up the digestive system. Inhale, come up. Exhale, float it down. 2 more. Keep going, guys. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, float it down. And last time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, float it down. Beautiful. Release the bind of your legs. Drop your feet down towards the mat. Again, extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Ankles come together. Lift up your head. Release your bind. Extend your arms out. We're stretching our full body out. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, let the breath go. And again, inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, let the breath go. As you inhale, bend your knees in towards your chest. Flex your toes towards your shins. Place your hands below your knee. Lift up your head. Lengthen out through the back of your neck. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Hold them there. Relax into your shoulders. And then gently release your knees away from you. Taking your left foot over your right foot. Releasing your hands down towards your hips. Dropping your feet down towards the floor. Push in through your forearms. Push in through your palms. Sit up into Sukhasana. Easy seated position. Okay, guys. Hopefully that's working well for you. I want you to roll over onto your knees and come into tabletop position. Gently align and work into our bodies here. Index fingers parallel towards the outside edge of the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So look between your knees. If you can see your feet, gently take them out towards the side. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop your sitting bones back between your heels as we come into sort of a wide-legged child's pose. And then come all the way back into the center. Dropping our hips all the way back down again into child's pose. And then floating all the way back into tabletop. Last time, drop your hips all the way back. And then come all the way forward, back into tabletop. Right, so far so good. I want you to roll forward, bring your shoulders in front of your wrist, and then lift up your feet. And gently take those feet across to the left-hand side. And then lift up your feet, take them across to the right-hand side. Again, lifting our feet across to the left-hand side. Lifting our feet all the way across to the right-hand side. Come all the way back into neutral position. Bring your hips back over your knees. Drop your feet down towards the mat. On your inhale, extend the left arm out in front of you. Palm facing down towards the mat. Hand in line with your shoulders. Gently drop it all the way back down again. Moving across to the right-hand side. Lifting up the right hand. Right palm faces down. Drop the right hand all the way back down again. As we inhale, extend that left leg back behind you, pointing the toes, leveling the hips, and then gently drop the left leg down, moving across to the right-hand side. Extend that right leg all the way back behind you, pointing the toes, leveling the hips, dropping that right knee all the way back down again. Integrate those movements. Extend that left arm, right leg back behind you, stretch it out. Or left arm, right leg, bend into that right knee. Take your left hand back behind you. See if you can connect into the top of the foot. Kick back in the foot, drop the shoulder and round into the back. Not too far. Beautiful. Release the bind, extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Stretch it out, level it out. And then drop the left hand, drop the right knee. Move it across to the other side. Right arm, left leg, reach it out. Bending into the left knee, taking your right hand back behind you, connecting into the top of the foot. Kick into that foot, round into your back, open up your chest, straighten out that left arm. Beautiful, guys. Release that left leg, extend that right arm, stretch it out, and then gently drop that right hand down towards the floor. Alright, so now we're moving across into left and left. So gently take your left leg out towards the left hand side. I'm going to turn around just so that you can see what I mean by this. So the left leg's going out towards the left hand side. You're going to push it to the left hand, extend that right leg back behind you, and then lift up your right hand, place it onto your shoulder, and then float your right fingers up towards the sky. Open up your chest, straighten out into that leg, flex your toes towards your shins. to go a little bit deeper. Bend into that right knee. Take that right hand back behind you. See if you can connect your hand to the top of the foot. Kick in through the foot. Open up your chest, round into your back. Should feel quite delicious on a Monday. Release the bind. Extend that right leg. Flex the toes. Right fingers point up towards the ceiling. And then gently rolling all the way back down again. So coming back into tabletop position. We're going to go into the opposite side. So right toes go out towards the right hand side. We're going to lift up that left leg back behind us, reach it back behind us, and then lift up your left hand, place your left hand onto your left shoulder, float your left fingers up towards the sky, open up your chest. Beautiful. That left leg parallel towards the floor. Bend into the left knee, take your left hand onto the top of the foot, kick into the hand, open up that chest, should be delicious and delightful. Lovely, guys. Release the bind, extend that left leg back behind you, float your left fingers up towards the ceiling. Drop our left hand down towards the floor, down towards the mat, roll all the way forward and drop that knee down. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop your sitting bones back down between your heels. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, come forward, bringing your shoulders in front of your wrists, dropping your hips down towards those wrists, looking up. Coming all the way back again, dropping your hips into child's pose, and then floating all the way forward, dropping your hips. Knees still on the mat, open up your chest. Last time, drop your hips all the way back behind you into child's pose, chin towards your chest. Last time, pushing into your palms, coming all the way forward, dropping your hips, looking up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Come back into tabletop position. Watching you cross your left leg over your right leg, sit back into Sukhasana, easy seated position. Right. Hopefully so far so good. Bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and then just gently rotating to those wrists. Alright, I want you to snake those wrists out. And then come to stillness. Extend your arms out towards the side as if you're pushing a wall. Raise of the last arm. Drop your fingers down. Float your fingers up. If you do this fast enough, you'll fly. No, you really won't. Drop your fingers down. Float your fingers up. And then last time, drop your fingers down, float them all the way up, and then shake it all the way out. Alright, ready to play. So maybe a good opportunity just to quickly have something to drink because we're going to start to flow now. If you don't want to have anything to drink, then place your hands down onto your knees, reconnect into your breath. Excellent. Alright, so from this easy seated position, we're going to roll over onto our knees and find our way into downward facing dog. So take a little bit of time to take some movement in your downward facing dog. Bending into the left knee, bending into the right knee, maybe taking your hips across to the left, across to the right, maybe coming up onto your tippy toes. What feels intuitively right for your body today? Maybe you need to bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest. Your hamstrings are tight, bring your chest towards the thighs. Alright, find your way into stillness. We're going to flow like waves of the ocean into plank pose. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, flow forward into plank pose. Push back through the heels. Push into the palms, straighten out those arms, wrap those elbows together. And then chin towards your chest, pike your hips up towards the ceiling, stepping back into downward facing dog. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Feel the undulation of the spine as we roll all the way forward. Shoulders over your wrists, push back through your heels, engage into your core muscle, chin towards your chest, pike your hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. 1 more time, float all the way forward into plank pose. And then pike your hips up towards the ceiling, coming back into downward facing dog. Alright, we're going to move into plank, we're going to move into dolphin pose. So weight comes across into your left hand, bend into your right elbow, drop your right forearm down towards the mat, move your weight across to the right hand side, bend into the left elbow. Elbows underneath your shoulders, tuck your chin towards your chest, and then start to walk your feet forward as we come into dolphin pose. So your head is up off the mat, push in through your forearms, pull your chest back towards your thighs, start to drop your heels down towards the floor. You'll feel the activation in your shoulders, in the backs of your legs. Keep moving, inhaling, lifting up that left leg back behind you. Exhaling, dropping it down. Inhaling, lifting up that right leg, gently dropping it down. Walk your feet back, so we're coming into dolphin plank pose. Beautiful. Hold it. Chin towards your chest, park your hips up towards the ceiling, coming back into dolphin pose. Weight comes across into your left hand, straighten out your right hand. Weight comes into your right hand, straighten out your left hand. We're stepping back into downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Walk your hands all the way towards the back of the mat as we come into a standing forward fold. Maybe bend into your knees, put your chest back towards your thighs, chin towards your chest, fingers in line with your toes, straighten out those legs. And then bend into your knees, take your chin towards your chest, round up into Tadasana, one vertebra at a time. Beautiful. So, I want you to your chin to be parallel towards the floor, chin towards your chest. Gently drop your head back behind you. Chin towards your chest. Drop your head back behind you. Head comes into neutral position, nodding across to the left-hand side. Nod all the way across to the right-hand side. Across to the left-hand side. Across to the right-hand side. Beautiful, guys. Come back into neutral position in the center, chin towards your chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Drop your head back behind you. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Moving back in the opposite direction. Right ear, right shoulder. Drop your head back behind you. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Bring your head back into a neutral position. Feet hip width apart. Spread the weight equally across your feet. Stand down, lengthen up, tuck your belly in, open up your palms. As you inhale, root to rise, arms go out towards the side. Watch your prayer touch overhead. As you exhale, lengthen up and swan dive all the way down into standing forward fold. Bend into your knees, suck your chin towards your chest, round out, one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up again, root to rise, inhale. Watch your prayer touch again. Lengthen up, tuck your belly in, swan dive all the way down, back into standing forward fold. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, round out, one vertebra at a time. Let's keep going. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, round out, one vertebra at a time. We're going to add into this. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. This time come up into halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold. We're walking all the way into downward facing dog. I want you to settle into your downward facing dog. Reconnect into your breath. Notice what's happening in that breath. Commit yourself again to your sankalpa, your intention, your affirmation for your class. And keep that presence and stillness that you've cultivated. Weight comes across into your left hand. Bend into your right elbow and forearm comes down towards the mat. Take your weight across to the right hand side, bend into the left hand side. Chin towards your chest, palms pushing down towards the floor. Elbows underneath your shoulders, and then walk your feet forward. Dropping your heels down as you push into your palms, chin towards your chest. You're trying to strengthen into those shoulders, hovering the head above the mat. Inhaling, lifting up the left leg back behind you. Exhale, gently drop it down. Inhale, lift up the right leg. Exhale, drop it down. Walking all the way back into plank pose, into dolphin plank. Bring your ankles together. Weight's going to come across into the right hand. Come onto the outside edge of the right foot. Lift up the left hand, place the left hand and float it up towards the sky. Beautiful, guys. Coming all the way back down again into plank pose. Rolling across onto the left side. Vashisthasana side plank. Coming all the way back into dolphin. Chin towards your chest. Step back into dolphin. Weight comes across into your left hand. Straighten out your right hand. Push into your right hand. Straighten out your left hand. Step back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way towards the back of the mat. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest. Round out. One vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to Tadasana. How are we doing, guys? So far so good. Just going to ask Tanner for a time check. Losing my voice, maybe shouting a little bit. Alright, perfect. Grab some water if it suits you. Meet me at the front of the mat, please. Beautiful. Big toes come together. Work through just some sun salutations to get that energy flowing. Step down, lengthen up, tuck your belly in, relax into your shoulders, open up your palms. Let's go. Inhale, root to rise, watch your prayer touch overhead. As you exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold. We're stepping back with our left leg, dropping down onto the left knee, untucking your toes on the left hand side, floating your fingers up towards the side, coming to crescent lunge. As you inhale, come out of the lunge. As you exhale, keep that knee going in line with the right toes, coming a little bit deeper. Frame your front foot with both of your hands stuck under the toes of the left foot. Lift the left knee, float all the way back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, flowing through a vinyasa into plank pose. Knees drop down towards the mat, sitting bones pull back towards your heels. Bend into your elbows, float forward, knees chin and chest. Lift up your knees, drop down onto your belly, untuck your toes, hands underneath your shoulders, push into the tops of your feet, lift your knees. As you inhale, peel your chest away from the mat, then push into your palm, pull the elbows in, float up into baby cobra. Float all the way back down again. Tuck under your toes, push back into plank pose, chin towards your chest, pike your hips up towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up behind you. Bend the left knee towards your chest, step it in between your hands, push back through that right heel. Float both of your fingers up towards the sky as we come into a high lunge. Lovely. Bend into your elbows, open up your heart towards the ceiling, and then float your fingers up towards the sky. Our hands are coming down to frame our front foot. Step in through your left foot, step your right foot forward, standing forward fold. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, round up, one vertebra at a time. Let's keep going. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold, stepping back with the right foot, dropping down onto the right knee, untucking your toes, floating your fingers up towards the sky. As you inhale, come out of the lunge. As you exhale, be fanatical about taking your left knee in line with your left toes. Keep your shoulders and hips square. Hands frame the front foot of your mat. Tuck under the toes of the right foot. Lift the right knee, step back into downward facing dog. Flowing through vinyasa, child's pose if you want. Let's flow forward into plank. Chaturanga or chaturanga adjustment. Dropping your knees down, pushing off your knees, shoulders come forward, look forward. Keep your elbows in, bend your elbows backwards, come all the way down. Untuck your toes, ankles come together, push into the tops of your feet. We come into upward facing dog. As we're meeting you back in downward facing dog. Chin towards your chest, pike your hips up towards the ceiling on the tops of your feet if you want. And then untucking your toes, coming back into downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Lifting up that right leg back behind you. Bend the right knee towards your chest, step it in between your two hands. Push back through the left heel. Float your fingers up towards the sky as we come into a high lunge. Bend into your elbows, open up your heart center. Float all the way back again. Frame your front foot with both of your hands. Stepping into your right foot, bringing your left foot forward, landing lightly. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest. Round out, one vertebra at a time. Keep going. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold. I want you to step back with that left leg, drop down into that left knee, float your fingers up towards the ceiling. Reframing our front foot with both of our hands, tucking under the toes, the left foot lifting the left knee, stepping back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're moving through that vinyasa, flowing forward into plank pose. Dropping your knees, sitting bones, pull back towards your heels, bend into your elbows, knees, chin and chest. Lifting up your knees, dropping down onto your belly, untucking your toes as you inhale, come up into baby cobra. As you exhale, float it down. Tuck under your toes, push back into plank pose, chin towards your chest, pike your hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, guys. Downward facing dog. Ah, delicious. Inhaling, lifting up that left leg back behind you. Don't open up the hip. Bend into the left knee, step it forward, push back through that right heel. Float your fingers up towards the sky. Biceps in line with your ears. Bend into your elbows, straighten out that right leg, and float your fingers back up towards the ceiling. Reframing our front foot. Stepping into our left foot, right foot comes forward. Standing forward fold. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest. Round out, one vertebra at a time. We'll keep going. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold. Step back with your right leg, drop down onto your right knee, untuck your toes, float your fingers up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, step out. As you exhale, come down a little bit deeper. Lovely. Frame your front foot with both of your hands stuck under the toes of the right foot. Lift the right knee, float back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're coming through a plank pose. Chaturanga if it suits you. Come into upward facing dog, chaturanga variation. Maybe coming back into downward facing dog on the tops of your feet. Stretch out those toes and then undo them. Ah, lovely. Right leg lifts up behind you. Don't open up the hip, bend the right knee forward, step it forward, push back through that left heel, straighten out that left leg, pull the energy up from the earth, float it up, bend into the elbows, and then come all the way up. Framing your front foot, stepping forward, coming to standing forward fold, bending to your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, round out, one vertebra at a time. Guys, this is feeling really great. I hope it is for you. Maybe we need to do it one more time. Ready to go? Let's get that energy pumping. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale into standing forward fold. Step back with your left leg. Drop down onto the left knee. Untuck your toes. Crescent lunge. As you inhale, come out of the lunge. As you exhale, float it forward. Hands come down to frame the front foot. Tuck into the toes of the left foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Yes, guys. Float into plank pose. Knees, chin and chest. When you're ready, baby cobra. Ah, lovely back bend. Come all the way down. Heart center opening. Come back into plank pose. Chin towards your chin. Pike hips up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, lifting up that left leg. Bend into the left knee. Step it forward. Push back through the right heel. Float your fingers up. Bend into the elbows. Open up that heart center. Float up. Frame your front foot. Step your right foot forward. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, round out, one vertebra at a time. Lovely energy flowing through our bodies. Last time, inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, come up into halfway lift. Beautiful, guys. Come on. Come all the way back down into standing forward fold. Step back with your right leg. Drop down onto your right knee. Untuck your toes. Bring the energy up. Inhale, come out of the lunge. Exhale, be fanatical with your knees as you go forward. Frame your front foot with both of your hands, tuck into the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee back into downward facing dog. So we're moving through a vinyasa, coming into plank, knees, chin and chest, chaturanga variation. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Enjoy it, guys. Your practice. Beautiful. Knees drop towards the outside edge of the mat, untuck your toes, big toes come together. Put your sitting bones back, wide-legged child's pose. Drop your foreheads down onto the floor, onto the mat. Connect back into your breath. 5 long deep inhales, long deep exhales. Let that sequence, let the energy settle into your bodies. Listen to the sound of the breath. Relax into the body. Turn yourself away from the outside influences. Push into your palms, lift up your forehead, walk your hands back towards your knees, sit all the way up into this sort of variation of thunderbolt pose. Everyone doing okay? Great opportunity just to have something to drink, one more sequence, and then we'll slow it down. So as with all my classes, love feedback, so I know from Zen you can share your feedback with Debs. That would be really great. And then of course my Instagram feed, please let me know. You guys are giving me great feedback. We've got a class tomorrow at 5 o'clock as well. So let me know if there's something that you want in the class tomorrow. Otherwise you leave me to my own devices. All right, you guys ready to fly again? Beautiful. So in this thunderbolt pose with your knees out towards the side, just drop your hands down to your thighs. Elbows coming towards the side of your body. Push in through your palms, lengthen out through your spine, tuck your belly in so that you've got space between the vertebrae. Relax into your shoulders. As you relax into your shoulders, close into your eyes. And then reconnect into your breath. Long, deep inhales for a count of 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. Exhale, letting it go. And again, inhaling. Exhaling. And one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. Open up your eyes, find your way back into downward facing dog. Settle into your downward facing dog. Recommit to your sankalpa, your intention, your affirmation. As you inhale, lift up the left leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Push down through the right heel, push in through your palms, pull your chest back towards your right thigh. Lift up that left leg a bit higher. Look towards the front of the mat, bend the left knee towards your chest, step it forward in between your hands, push back through the right heel. Arms go out towards the side, coming to this high lunge. Watch your prayer touch, bring the prayer through the center line of your body. Lengthen out through your spine, right elbow on the outside of left knee. Left elbow pointing up towards the sky. Push in through the palm, spin your rib basket across to the left hand side as you try to keep those thumbs in line with the center of your chest. Whoops. Too much pushing here. Just enjoy your practice. Hands come into prayer position at the center of your chest. Step forward here into warrior 3. So step forward, lift up that right leg. Maybe you can keep your hands into prayer position. I want you to drop that left hand down underneath your left shoulder into cupcake hands. Bend into your right knee. And then see if you can take your right hand back behind you, connect into that foot. So as you kick into that foot, open up your chest as we come into sugarcane pose. And then relax into it. I want to see if we can transition here into dancer pose. So gently lifting up those fingers from the floor, breathing into a mudra, and then extending that left arm forward, kicking that right leg back. Beautiful. Dropping that left hand down, releasing that right leg back behind you. Right hand comes back down towards the floor. Come into Adjasana 3, Warrior 3 variation here. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push back through your heels. So I've been putting this in my practice a couple of times over the last weeks. Walking your hands back into standing forward fold. So I want you to look back, place your hands onto the mat. So if you want to play with handstand vinyasa, then just move that left foot in towards the middle of the mat. Keep that right leg back behind you, hands underneath your shoulders. If you don't want to play with handstand, step back into downward facing dog, move through a vinyasa. Otherwise, a slight bend into that left knee, straighten out that right leg, and then a gentle kick into this left foot. Maybe you can lift up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Or maybe coming all the way up. A little bit. And then move through vinyasa. Have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. If it's not for you today, then just let it go. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog when you're ready. Well done, guys. If you're back in downward facing dog, knees go towards the outside edge of the mat, big toes come to touch, drop back down into wide-legged child's pose. So again, connecting with your breath and let go of the sequence that's just taken place on the left-hand side. Let it go. All you need to worry about is focusing on child's pose. Last breath here. Push in through your palms, lift up your forehead, walk your hands back towards your knees. Let's get that sequence going again. Find your way into downward facing dog. Oh, it should be delicious. Relax into that neck. As you inhale, right leg comes back behind you. Bend into the right knee, step the right foot in between your two hands. Push back through that left heel. Arms go out towards the side, come into a high lunge. Hands come into prayer position. Prayer comes into the center of your chest. Lengthen out through your spine. Lift up that left elbow. Place it on the outside of your right knee. Push in through your palms. Spin your rib basket across to that right hand side, right elbow pointing up towards the sky. Beautiful. Alright, so gentle transition, bringing the hands back into prayer position. I know I wasn't so elegant on this transition. Let's see if we can flow through into Warrior 3 pose. Slight bend into the knee, kicking back through that left foot, lifting that left leg up. Slight bend into the right knee allows you to keep the hips aligned, hands into prayer position. Gently drop that right hand down towards the floor, underneath your shoulders. Bend into that left knee, take your left hand back behind you, connecting to the top of the foot, open up your chest as you come into sugarcane pose. And then from here, maybe staying here if it suits you, otherwise floating up and coming into dancer whoops. Left hand side, right hand side, not exactly the same. And then floating it all the way down, extending that left leg back behind you, hands come underneath your shoulders. So Warrior 3 on this side. Walk our hands back towards our right foot, chin towards our chest, coming to standing forward splits. And then looking between your hands, maybe moving through a couple of handstands here, maybe not, maybe moving through a vinyasa, maybe just coming into child's pose. Whatever suits you, play, don't play, I'll meet you back in child's pose once you finish playing. Maybe little jumps. It's interesting to see the different sides. Well done, guys. Last time settling into child's pose. Time check, please, Tammy. Five breaths. After your 5 breaths, push back into tabletop position. So just want to work through the hips, the outside edge here. So our hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to bring our shoulders forward in front of our wrists. Our shoulders go across to that left hand side, pulling all the way back towards the left hand side, dropping your sitting bones down, moving gently across to the right hand side. 2 more times. Use your breath to take you there. Thank you for the audience. Once you've done 3 times across to that left hand side, I want you to balance it off to the right hand side 3 times. Again, using that length of your breath just to gently move you around. When you finish coming back into tabletop position, I want you to gently move your hips forward and then hips, lift up your feet, feet go across to that left hand side, just dropping the top of your feet down, just pushing in through your arms. And then we're coming all the way back into the center, feet go across to the right hand side, straighten out those arms. Come back into a neutral position in the center, cross your left leg in front of your right leg, both of your feet drop down towards the floor, down towards the mat, sitting back into Sukhasana, easy seated position. I'm going to change my position here. So sit down through those 2 sitting bones, lengthen up through your spine, shoulders over your hips, relax your elbows in, arms go out towards the side. As you inhale, float your fingers up towards the sky, lengthening all the way up. Left hand's coming onto the right knee, right hand's coming back behind you, straighten out through your spine, and then gently pull your right shoulder back towards the left hand side as you look over that right shoulder. We're coming all the way back to center, floating our fingers up towards the sky, And then right hand's going on to left knee, left hand's coming back behind you. Straighten out through your spine and pull that left shoulder back towards the right hand side as we twist it out. We're coming all the way back to center, floating your fingers up towards the sky. Cool. The left hand's going out towards the left hand side. Square your shoulders, maybe bend into that elbow, bring that right arm across to the left hand side. As you inhale, float your fingers up towards the sky. Right arm's going out towards the right hand side. Pull that left shoulder back in line with your right shoulder. Maybe a slight bend into that left elbow. Maybe you can drop the elbow down towards the floor. Make sure the two sitting bones are down and bring that left hand across to the right hand side. Beautiful. We're inhaling, floating our fingers up towards the sky. Floating or changing the orientation of our palms towards the front, lengthening up, tucking our belly towards the spine, rolling all the way forward into a seated forward fold. So make sure you're pushing your sitting bones down, but lengthening your arms out in front of you, tucking your chin towards your chest and stretching out the sides of your body. Beautiful. Inhale, float both of your fingers up towards the sky. Arms drop out towards the side. I want you to take your hands back behind you, sit back, and swapping our legs around the opposite way. Excellent. One more rotation, and then we're going to move down onto our backs. As you inhale, float your fingers out towards the side, up towards the ceiling. We're taking our left hand onto our right knee, pushing in through the palm, lengthening out through your spine, and gently twisting it out. So it's important to find the space between your vertebrae. As you inhale, float all the way back to center. Hands come up towards the sky. Right hand onto left knee, left hand back behind you. Use it to straighten out your spine. Tuck your belly in, pull your left shoulder back towards the right hand side. Inhaling, floating back up towards the sky. Left hand out towards the left hand side. Square the shoulders, maybe drop the elbow. Keep the sitting bones down and pull the hand across to the left hand side. Use the energy to bring you all the way back to center, lengthening up. Right hand goes out towards the right hand side. Pull the shoulder back. Pull it all the way across, maybe dropping that elbow down. Keep the sitting bones down. Float your fingers up towards the sky. Palms face towards the front. Sitting your sitting bones down, lengthening out, coming into a seated forward fold. Inhaling, floating your fingers up towards the sky. We're going to take our hands back behind you. Extend your legs out in front of you. So feet hip width apart. Extend your arms out in front of you. Then as you sit down, pull your arms back into your shoulder socket. Open up your heart center and gently start to work into a Pilates roll down. Releasing all the way down towards the floor, down towards the mat. Bend into left knee, bend into right knee, underneath of your feet towards the floor. Step into your feet, lift up your hips, tuck your pubic bone towards your belly button, and then roll your shoulders all the way down towards the mat. So we're going to work through some pelvic tilts here. As you inhale, tuck your belly in, pull your pelvis towards your spine, releasing your lower back down towards the floor. We're going to gently release it, moving back the other way, so you're rounding into your lower back, lifting your lower back up off the floor, keeping your knees in line with your hips, and then tucking the pubic bone in, rolling your lower back down towards the floor, really compressing into your belly. And then moving all the way back forward. 3 more, tuck it in. Really compress it, and then push it forward as you round into your lower back. Last 2. Roll it forward. Last 1. Roll it forward. So I want you to come into that neutral position where you can feel your lower back connected down towards the floor. Lift up your head, interlace your fingers, place your interlaced fingers behind your head, drop the back of your head down. Elbows point up towards the ceiling. So again, I want you to keep that lower back connected. Connected your lower back down towards the floor. As you inhale, lift up head, neck and shoulders, pointing your elbows towards your knees, but keeping that lower back down, and then gently roll it all the way back down. As you inhale, tuck it up, pull the belly down, and then float it down. So the intensity is the way you engage into the belly. As you inhale, lift it up. As you exhale, release it down. Last 2. Inhale, lift it up. Gently release it down. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Tuck your belly, pull it in, and then gently release it all the way back down. And then take your hands back. Arms go out towards the side. Take your feet towards the outside edge of the mat. Gently drop your knees towards each other. So just 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Open up your eyes if your eyes are closed. We're opening up our knees so our knees are parallel towards our hips, underneath of our feet, connected down towards the floor. As you inhale, lift up that left leg, straighten up that left leg, push the left heel down towards the floor. Bend into the left knee. Top of your left ankle onto your right thigh. Drop your left knee towards the front of the mat. And then I want you to walk your right heel back towards your sitting bones. We're going to lift up head, neck and shoulders. Bring our left hand in between our legs. Take our right hand around the side. Lift up your right foot and see if you can bind, interlacing your fingers around your right shin. Flex your toes towards your right shin. Gently roll back into reclining pigeon pose. Should feel it on the outside of that left hip. Spend a little bit of time here as you focus on your breath. See if you can soften in just a little bit. Inhaling, sending the inhale to the vibrations and sensations that you feel. As you exhale, letting go whatever emotions are stuck there. Last 2 breaths. Lift up head, neck and shoulders. Gently drop the right foot down towards the floor. Release the bind, drop head, neck and shoulders, arms go out towards the side. Lift up your head, lengthen out through the back of your neck. As you inhale, straighten out that left leg. Push out through the heel. And with control, drop that left leg in a straight position all the way down towards the floor. Once it hits the heel, drops down towards the floor, bend into the left knee underneath of your left foot, comes back into that neutral position. Inhaling, straightening out that right leg, pushing out through the heel. Bend into the right knee, right ankle onto the left thigh, right knee pointing towards the front of the mat. Lift up your left foot, bring your left heel towards your sitting bones, and then lift up head, neck and shoulders. Right hand comes in between your legs, left hand goes out towards the side. Lift up your leg as you see if you can bind on the other side, flexing your toes towards your shins. We're going to find our way into reclining pigeon pose on the right hand side, dropping head, neck and shoulders down towards the floor, noticing the difference between the left and the right. Send the breath in deeply into that hip socket. Exhale, let go of those emotions. We spend a little bit of time here. Listen to the sound of the breath. Notice the inhales and exhales. Relax a little bit deeper. And then as you inhale, lift up head, neck and shoulders, dropping the left foot down towards the floor, releasing the bind, gently rolling head, neck and shoulders down towards the floor. Arms go out towards the side, left knee in line with left hip, straighten out that right leg, push out through the heel, and then gently drop that right foot all the way down towards the floor. I'm going to bend into the knees. So keep the right foot down towards the floor, bend the left knee towards your chest, flex the left toes towards the left shin, interlace your fingers, place your interlaced fingers below the left knee. Lift up your head, lengthen out through the back of your neck. As you inhale, release the left knee away from your chest. As you exhale, bend the knee in. As you inhale, release it away. And as you exhale, pull it in. And then last time, inhaling, releasing it away, exhaling, putting it in, holding it in. Keep the right knee in line with the right hip. You're going to release the bind underneath the right knee, dropping the right foot down towards the mat. Left foot goes down towards the mat. We bring our right knee towards our chest, interlacing our fingers, one rotation down, flexing our toes. As you inhale, release the knee away. As you exhale, pull the knee in towards your chest. As you inhale, release the knee away. As you exhale, put it in. And then last time, release it away. And then hold it in. And gently release the right knee away from you, release the bind, drop the right foot down towards the floor. Then bend bring our knees together, ankles together, knees coming towards your chest, flex your toes towards your shins. Lift up your hands, interlace your hands just below your knees. As you inhale, lift up head, neck and shoulders, bringing your forehead towards your knees. And then gently release it all the way back down again. As you inhale, bring your forehead up towards your knees. Maybe you can wrap your forearms around your knees and then gently roll it all the way back down again. Last time, inhaling, coming all the way back up again. And exhaling, dropping it down. So drop your hands down either side of your hips. Elbows coming towards the side of your body. Lift up your head, lengthen up through the back of your neck. Drop the back of your head down. And on your inhale, straighten out your legs as we come into half plow pose. Make sure that those ankles and knees and hips are aligned. Just working into your nervous system, relax into your body. And just here for 5 breaths. Last breath. Gently bend your knees in towards your chest. Release your feet back down towards the mat. Arms go out towards the side in line with the shoulders. Palms facing up towards the sky, the ceiling. Feet go towards the outside edges of the mat. Feet parallel towards those outside edges of the mat. Step in through your feet. Lift up your hips. Tuck your pubic bone towards your belly button. And then roll your middle back and lower back all the way down towards the floor. Once that sacrum is comfortable, knees drop down towards each other. Make sure that you adjust your head, relax into your shoulders, and then close into your eyes. So a long, slow inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth, long, slow exhale. And then again, long, slow inhale through your nose. Long, slow exhale out through your mouth. Close into your mouth, keep your eyes closed. Well done, beautiful people. The active practice of yoga is done for today. Just time for Shavasana as you allow this beautiful practice to integrate itself into your bodies. Change the music. So just softening, relaxing, control of your body. Honoring your body, honoring your practice, releasing, letting go, nowhere to be, nothing to do except to relax in your Shavasana. Don't leave the room, don't leave your body, just relax, softening, feeling the connection. So thank you very much for practicing with me today. I'm going to leave you in Shavasana a little bit deeper. Come out when you're ready. Sending lots of love, light, gratitude and appreciation to each and every one of you. Have a beautiful evening. Look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow. Namaste, beautiful people.